the John Muir Way and the John Muir Link. 187 miles in 12 days from Helensburgh to Dunbar and Coburn's Path in June 2026. Day 8. South Queensferry to Edinburgh, 20 miles. My breakfast view. Setting off on my 20-mile day, and mercifully the weather had vastly improved, although I still had a bit of rain en route. South Queensferry is a very charming little village, and it was already swarming with tourists as I set off. Heading out along the Firth of Forth. Drum Sands. Dalmeny House, a Gothic Revival mansion located on the Firth of Forth. It was designed by William Wilkins and completed in 1817. It is the home of the Earl and Countess of Rosebery. Drum Sands, opposite Dalmeny House. Drum Sands seen from Snab Point. Cramond Brig. As I entered northwest Edinburgh, I walked through an area called Cramond, and it quickly became obvious that it is an enclave of the rich and famous. I discovered subsequently that it is an affluent, highly sought-after suburb, and that one of its residents is J.K. Rowling. It was impossible to take photos of all the opulent mansions that I walked past, because they were hidden behind fences, gates and long drives, but these gates might start to give you an inkling. The previous night I had been toying with the idea of taking an alternative, shorter route through Edinburgh to save my feet on the hard tarmac. But I was in good shape when I set off in the morning, and I decided to stick to the longer, official route. I'm glad I did, because it was probably more interesting than the alternative. And although it avoids the centre of town and the main tourist attractions by following a sort of green corridor through the city, I saw parts of Edinburgh that I had never visited before. As I climbed Corstorphine Hill, the clouds descended and the heavens opened once again, and I was unable to see the much heralded views of the city. This is Clerwood Tower at the top of the hill, a 66-foot Victorian Gothic tower built in 1871 to commemorate the centenary of Sir Walter Scott's birth. Halfway down it stopped raining and I got a bit of a view. Meadow Cranesbill, which has been used traditionally for treating nosebleeds, ulcers and hemorrhoids, and for staunching bleeding wounds. Murrayfield Stadium, home to Scotland's national rugby union team. The trail follows the Water of Leith walkway for a few miles. This is the point where it meets the Union Canal, and where I had a coffee break, before climbing the 86 steps leading up to the canal towpath. Looking down from the towpath along the Union Canal to the Water of Leith walkway, and then, oh no, another aqueduct. But this one wasn't nearly as scary as the Avon aqueduct. I followed the Union Canal for 2.5 miles, all the way into the centre of Edinburgh, where I met my friend Wendy for a walk through the meadows. Heading towards my B&B, which was located very close to Arthur's Seat, and my son Alex's old halls of residence, Pollock Halls, when he was studying at the University of Edinburgh. It was a very nostalgic moment. Please see my Day 9 video for the continuation.